right now, big news here as India's G20 summit has ended quite successfully. Here, India's return gifts for G20's first ladies stole in teak wood box for Mauritius Prime Minister's spouse, Banarasi silk stole for a Brazilian's first lady, a Pashmina stole in a paper mache box. In fact, this is the inside information that we have of the kind of gifts that were given by India to the First Ladies who were leaving the country just as they arrived while they were entertained by Meenakshi Lekhi, Culture Minister at the NGMA. They were given some of the gifts that we're going to take you through. These are few images showing the very valuable, authentic gifts that India has given. A Pashmina stole for the Australian First Lady, and the First Lady of Brazil was given a Kashmiri Pashmina, and then you had the First Lady of Mauritius, who was given a Banarasi silk stole. Paulami Saha to give us a little more clarity on that. Paulami, some really authentic gifts and pure silk stoles given to some of the First Ladies, and a few others got a variety of gifts. Tell us more. Take us through exactly what was presented to them.
Well, as you were just pointing out, to the spouses of, the heads of states who arrived during stoles from various parts of India were given in various, kadam wood boxes, for instance. An Assam stole, a Kanjivaram stole was given to the spouse of the Prime Minister of Japan, the First Lady of Japan. To, in fact, Akshata Murthy, in fact, a Banarsi stole in Kadam wood box was gifted by the Prime Minister's office, an Ikat stole for the spouse of the Prime Minister of Mauritius. So these were some of the gifts, but overall, all the heads of state were given some curated boxes which, in fact, contained a lot of items as far as, basically these boxes were representational of various handicrafts and artifacts and products which speak of our country's rich cultural tradition. So, for instance, Shisham wood Sanduk with a brass patti. Sanduk, as you know, is a treasure chest. So that was the box which was gifted. In that box, there was saffron from Kashmir, for instance. There were teas, Pico, Darjeeling and Nilgiri tea, as well as Alku coffee from Andhra Pradesh. That was in that box. Sundarban's mangrove honey was gifted to, these leaders in that box itself. Again, a texture of rare luxury, the Kashmiri Pashmina was in that box as well as what is called Zigrana Itar, for instance, which is a masterpiece of fragrance which comes from the city of Kannauj in Uttar Pradesh, for which, I beg your pardon, Kannauj is extremely famous. So that box, like I said, contained all of these little gifts, and there were separate gifts which were also, that box contained a khadi scarf as well. Also, what was very interesting, Nabila, was a coin box which was given. Remember, to commemorate India's G20 presidency, the Prime Minister had released special G20 postage stamps and coins on the 26th of July. And that, in fact, was released during the inauguration of Bharat Mandapam. And these were also gifted to, of course, the heads of states and the delegates who arrived. And like I said, different stores which hail from different parts of the country were given to the spouses of the heads of state. Nabila.
Well, it's very interesting. We have those images right here on our screens, Paulami, and that just looks stunning about the way, the thought that has gone behind it to ensure that India's rich history, heritage and culture is all depicted through those very choicey gifts that have been presented to the First Ladies. So artisans from different parts of the country making stoles or boxes or paintings or artifacts, all presented to the First Ladies depending on, and each of the First Ladies are from different countries. Each of the head of states and their First Ladies got a different gift, or was it all same? Paulo?
There were different, stoles that were gifted to the First Ladies. Like I said, for instance, a Banarsi silk stole was given in an ebony jali box to, of course, the spouse of the President of Argentina. Now, this ebony wood jali box, in fact, was handcrafted by artisans of Kerala using very delicate lattice or jali work, as it said, on extremely dense and fine-textured Indian ebony wood. The Banarsi silk stole was in that box. Similarly, in a paper mache box, a Kashmiri Pashmina stole was given to the spouse of the Prime Minister of Australia. Again, very intricately produced a box, and then, of course, the Pashmina stole in it. Again, a Kashmiri Pashmina stole in a paper mache box for the First Lady of Brazil. Brazil, as we know, is taken over the presidency of the G20 from India. For the First Lady of Indonesia, an Assamese stole in a kadam wood box. The kadam wood box, again, considered very auspicious in Indian culture, features, in Indian religions and mythologies as well. This box in itself was handcrafted by artisans of Karnataka, for instance. The First Lady of Japan got a Kanjivaram stole in a kadam wood jali box. And like I said, Aksharamurti, the First Lady of the United Kingdom, got a Banarsi stole, again, in a kadam wood box. The First Lady of Mauritius got an ikat stole in a teak wood box, specifically designed for this occasion. Banarsi silk stole, again, for the spouse of the Prime Minister of Spain, which was gifted. Remember, though, Spain was, in this case, represented by the Spanish Vice President, the lady who came in place of the president, who was scheduled to be here for the G20, but she couldn't because at the last moment she was unfortunately detected COVID positive. So the vice president, she was here for the G20. Again, a gift of a Banarsi silk stole in an ebony jali box for her.
Right, so these are the images that we are bringing to you exclusive on India Today. The kind of gifts that were given to the First Ladies, all mostly sustainable gift pieces. Even those stoles, we believe, that have been sourced from different parts of the country, that are all freshly, even those prints on those stoles are made through vegetable colors, and even the stoles itself completely hand-woven, hand-reeled. So this is a message that India has been sending out right from the start on sustainability, and they almost imbibed every aspect of that through all the gifts that were given to the First Ladies, which we're bringing to you on our television screens. These are the first images of all those lovely, lovely gifts depicting the rich art, culture and heritage of India, all presented to the First Ladies as part of the G20 summit. Thank you, Paulmi, for joining us.